In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to set up your monitors in Windows so that the presentation screen is going out to your projector, and this main interface, for instance, Song Presenter, is on your primary screen, whether it's your LCD on your laptop or your primary monitor on your desktop. So the first thing I'm going to do is minimize Instant Song Presenter here, and I'm going to right-click on my desktop. Now, I'm using Windows 7, so this is slightly different in Windows XP. But for Windows 7, you'll see a thing here that's called Screen Resolution. If you click on that, it'll bring up a dialog box here that'll show you your screens. And currently I have two monitors connected. In this case I have monitors rather than a projector, but one of these could be a projector just as easily as a monitor. You'll see I have these two monitors selected, and there's a 1 and a 2. And in my case, the 1 is actually on the right hand, and instead of on the left hand like it might be on yours. I've done that because the lower resolution screen that I'm using as my secondary monitor is where I want to send my presentation, so that I have the full resolution of my primary monitor to work with the Instant Song Presenter interface. So you'll see that I've got the resolution set here for each of these screens. I usually use the recommended resolution. You'll get the best image quality when you use the recommended resolution for that one, and this one is a slightly lower resolution. You'll see that's the recommended resolution for this one. You'll also see that the monitor that I want to be my presentation screen monitor is located on the right. You'll see you can drag these things around and change their location however you want. But in order for Instant Song Presenter to present correctly at this time, you'll want to use it on the right and line it up with the top. The second and first windows should be lined up at the top. You'll see that right now I have this extended desktop. If I did not have this extended, and I just had whether it was duplicate or something like that, you'd see the same thing on both screens. You can see that it's basically doubling that one screen. That's not going to work for me because that means I'm going to see my Instant Song Presenter window on both screens, which obviously you don't want. So you want to use the extended display, extend these displays. And then in this case I have number 2 is my main display. This, you can set that any way. You can make 1 your main display, but like I say, in my case I want that higher resolution screen to be the main display, but you would want your LCD panel to be, like your LCD panel from your laptop, to be your main display if you're using a laptop. Or whatever monitor is right sitting in front of you, that's the one you're going to want to use as your main display. So once those are set properly, I can say OK. Now let me pop Instant Song Presenter back up, and I'm going to go into the preferences. And you'll see in here I have a setting for what screen is my presentation screen. And in this case it defaults to secondary. You could make it your primary if you wanted to switch things around. Sometimes you might need to switch things around if, for instance, video playback sometimes doesn't work on the secondary monitor. You might be playing an MPEG file or a DVD or something like that. All you see is a black screen on your projector. That's because the video overlay capabilities of your graphics card don't allow that to go out onto that secondary screen. So you might have to flip-flop the actual outputs from your computer, like in the back where your monitors plug in. You may have to actually switch those so that your primary is the one going out to your projector instead of your secondary. Fortunately on mine that's working fine. It's going out to my secondary display. So this is all set. That's all I have to do is tell it it's going to my secondary screen, and that way now when I do put something up on the screen, that's going out to my projector.